What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to find out, is a $10 drop-in quad reel worth buying, or is it absolute dookie? So I was on a Delta Team Tacticals website, and I saw this, and it was 10 bucks. And I thought to myself, you know what? For $10, I've got to try it. Now, first impressions. It feels solid enough. It definitely has the right size. The finish on it is not great, if I'm being honest. It kind of looks like a, see if I can get that where you guys can see it. It's a very, I don't want to say rough, because that's not really the right word. But have you ever sprayed spray paint and the spray paint had kind of a powdery finish to it? That's probably the best way I can describe it. Now, granted, most of this doesn't really matter. What matters is, does it function? Because for 10 bucks, frankly, if it was raw aluminum, that wouldn't really affect how I feel about it. So let's see. First steps first, we're going to have to loosen up these 4 Allen screws. And if this does work, it ought to be a great addition to my budget M4A1 build series. Because I want to finish building that before I put out, like a overall video on it. The first one for that series was the Fake Hog. So basically what I want to see, I did the Mark 18 Mod 0 for pores. I'm curious. Alright, but now let's get it back into construction. I mean, it feels sturdy. It's not super thin. The finish on it is, like I said, sort of like a powdery spray paint. I'm sure that that's not what it is. At least I don't think that's what it is. But we're going to find out. Now, the rails are all marked, but they are not indicated whether they are top, side, yada, yada, yada. So just based off of experience with previous quad rails, I'm going to assume this is the top, this is the bottom. Now, the candidate for this quad rail is none other than my 16-inch AR-15. So let me go ahead and struggle off camera without the right tools and a third person, really second person. Oh, wait. Guess I'm not struggling as much as I thought. He said before he struggled like hell on the top one. There it is. You can laugh, but you guys know that Delta ring is kind of a pain in the ass. Alright. So let's see. I want to go first with the bottom rail. Now, it is important to note how this goes on. One side is slanted, one side is recessed. Your recessed side is going to fit around the front. Not inside of it, but around it. The slanted side is going to go inside here. I'm doing this mostly off camera because I don't want to get a channel strike for, really nothing. But it is just that simple. Snaps under the Delta ring and over the existing handguard retaining plate. The top will be the same. Slanted side, go under the Delta ring. Alright. And what do you know? The thing actually works. Now you get 4 screws to throw back in it to lock it together. And actually, it's not bad if I'm being honest. Now the question you have to ask at this point is, do I want to put a CAC rail cover on the top rail or just on the 3 sides? And I think I'm just going to go on the 3 sides for now. So we're going to go ahead now and put our screws in. I gotta say, it's actually not bad. I should probably put some Loctite on these, because I do a lot of FRT shit. And I can see these screws vibrating themselves into oblivion. Alright. And there it is. Now, hopefully it's picking up on camera. It is definitely not the same color as the black on the rest of the gun, which is kind of covered in oil because, like I said, do a lot of FRT shit with these. And you got to keep those things lubricated. Always remember, guys, when in doubt, use more lube. Alright, now let's grab some... Do we want to put a vert grip on this? Of course we do. Let's get a vert grip and some rail covers. Alright, there's a vert grip. Unfortunately, I do not have another CAC. So this is very similar. This is the Pro Mag. It's a little bit bigger, but overall, same aesthetic.
That's what she said.
Bam. That's pretty damn decent. So I guess the short answer is a $10 quad rail worth buying? Kind of seems like, yeah. It feels comfortable. It feels really good, honestly. Alright, guys. It actually locks up really solid. The screws, if I'm being 100% honest, a little cheap, but it's a $10 fucking quad rail, man. Just don't over tighten them, you won't strip them. The thing feels rock solid. I mean, if there's any play, it's the upper and lower playing. But the quad rail itself has no play in it, and it was $10. Now, nobody sent this out to me. Like I said, I purchased it. I think it's a good deal. If you guys are looking for a cheap drop-in rail system, you don't want to spend a whole lot of money, for 10 bucks, I'm going to run this thing for a while until I get something I like better. Alright guys, there it is. And there's a, honestly, pretty good look at the, what I'm calling the M4 A1. The M4 for pores. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. Until next time, later.